Welcome back to The Architect. My name is Edward Mugo, and it's a very great pleasure to have you here today. As we go along this path of getting to learn what an architect does and how he does his business with his team, it's important to ask ourselves, you, the client, you have now the drawing, you've had the quantities done by a quantity surveyor, you've had the structural engineering work done and the electrical work done by electrical mechanical firm. What's the next step? You want to get to ground, what's the next step? Today we are going to talk about what approvals are required. Of course, you've heard about NCC or county approvals. Every county in Kenya is mandated to collect application fees and building approval fees from anybody who wants to put up a structure within its environs. Now, that particular fee is broken down to various parts. One is a building approval fee, which is normally charged proportionate to the area of structure you are putting up. For example, if you are putting up a school with 5,000 square feet or 50,000 square feet of building space, you pay much more money than an individual who's putting up a home that is, say, 200 square meters, based on areas. There's also a standard application fee, which varies from county to county. You also pay for what we call a signboard. A signboard is a board that you erect. By law, you have to erect a board that shows who your architect is, who your contractor is, who all the service providers are. Now, the fee for that board is paid together with the application fee, especially in Nairobi. There is something called an inspection fee. It is foreseen that the county inspectorate department will pass by your sites within the course of your construction to come and confirm that you're actually putting up what it is they have approved. There's a fee to that, and that is included as part of this building fee that you pay to the council. There's also the occupation certificate. The occupation certificate is that document you're given by the council after you've completed development. And this is to confirm that you've obeyed the building plan they gave you, you've gone as per that building plan, and you've done a habitable building. You've followed safety, the procedure, your building is well done, it is structurally sound, and every building on completion should apply for an occupation certificate. The fee for that is nowadays paid at the beginning. Now, the process is that once you've paid this fee, and this fee is assessed for you by your architect, who goes to the council and is given an estimate, and the estimate is in form of an invoice. In many counties, Nairobi being the lead, this process is a digital one. We scan the drawings or upload them to the website of NCC. After about 2 weeks, an invoice is generated digitally and emailed to us. It is then we advise you to pay, and you pay, and the receipt is then scanned and uploaded again. That is when now the process of approval takes place. Now, the drawings go through a number of departments within the council. There's the roads department, the fire department, the health department, building control, all those processes. If there are any comments, digitally they are uploaded, and within, say, a few minutes, we are able to access those comments as we, the architectural team. Now, it is important that your architect is registered with the council and registered with the board, because when that happens is when they are going to get a unique identification password that allows them to upload and get comments for your drawing. If you get, say, a quack who is not registered, then they wouldn't have those rights and you'd have an issue. They'll probably have to go through somebody else who takes that liability from them. But let's move forward. What do you require now from your end so that this drawing can be approved? You need what we call now those fees I've mentioned, which we can term as building approval fees. You need something we call a survey plan. Normally this is acquired from the Survey of Kenya. They are on Thika Road. If you are in a different county other than Nairobi, if you go to your county survey office, they would have a survey plan for your property. You're required to come up with the current rates receipt. If you live in an area or if your property is on leasehold, then you need the current rates receipts for that particular year. If you are on the last quarter of the year, say from September going on to December, Nairobi City Council would require, and I think many the counties in Kenya would require that you give them the receipt for next year's payment, because from September they start accepting the payments for the next year. The other one you would of course require is a certificate from your architect showing that he's registered and his practicing certificate. Those are the documents you require for approval to proceed. Now, how long does this process take? This process takes probably, the fastest we've seen it happening nowadays is about a month. Could go to 3 months, sometimes to 4 months, depending on what comments there are. Remember we talked about building ratios and the coverages. That is the work now of the city county to look into the drawings and find out if you've obeyed their zoning regulations. If you have not, then they make a comment which you are meant to correct and upload it back again. It is important to note that it is illegal to build any building within the county environs without a bona fide stamp from the city county. Now, it could be a county or municipal, but it has to have a stamp. It is important that you go through this process in the correct manner, because we know and we've seen times when buildings have a stamp, the building plans have stamps, but those stamps are actually forged. So I urge you, with all due respect, it may look like a tiresome process and a long process, but it's a very key. I would rather even you hold off going to site looking for finances, but this process has to be complete. And in fact, this process is very important, because if you're looking for a bank loan, any financier will not touch your project before you showed them this project, which is approved and minuted in the county council. I hope this has been of use to you. Please feel free to rate us an email, a post on Facebook. Our contacts are here below. And thank you for watching The Architect. My name is Edward Mugo, and God bless you.